Allow me to reintroduce myself.
It's your favorite Dr. Harry, and what is in store today?
Just 5 days ago, it was a cell with the nucleus, but after intense period of multiplication and maturation, with vigorous contractions, it expanded its nucleus. It is now a reticulocyte. What is that? This is an immature red blood cell, ready to enter your bloodstream. 2 to 4 days, it will now transform into a fully mature red blood cell. This small cell is very much like a truck. Its means of carrying cargo, hemoglobin, a protein that transports oxygen. It is estimated that during its 4-month life, this truck travels about 150 miles, equivalent of 250 kilometers, throughout your body. There are about 10 billion capillaries with a combined length that would encircle the earth more than 2.5 times. So trillions of erythrocytes, which are red blood cells, are needed to carry oxygen throughout the body. This tiny truck is almost always on the move. Its speed varies with the circumstances. For example, it reaches its top speed of about 50 inches, an equivalent of 120 centimeters per second, when it is in the blood's superhighway from the heart, that's the aorta. When the truck enters the side roads, it slows down to a speed of 100th of an inch. This is about 0.3 millimeters per second when it is in the terminal capillaries. In a normal human adult, blood cells are produced in the bone marrow in hematopoietic stem cells in a process called hematopoiesis. You can call it hematogenesis, but if you want to specifically refer to the production of red blood cells, it's called erythropoiesis. The process is called erythropoiesis. Every day, in every pound of weight, your body produces 1 billion to 2.5 billion red blood cells. It produces 400 to 1 billion white blood cells, and also produces 1 billion to 2.5 billion platelets. This compensates for the corresponding destruction of cells. In a normal adult, red blood cells are being destroyed in the spleen and replaced every second. Now to enter the bloodstream, the immature red cell approaches the walls of small vessels called sinusoids in the bone marrow, squeezes through a small aperture called migration pore, and emerges into the blood. For about 3 days more, it will go on producing hemoglobin, but as a mature red blood cell or erythrocyte, it will quit this job. In the 17th century, doctors established that there are 2 types of blood circulation. The systemic circulation, your microscopic tracts, the red cells, are set out from the heart to body tissues. There they deliver oxygen and pick up refuse in form of carbon dioxide. This process is referred to as internal respiration. The red cells then return to the heart. In pulmonary circulation now, the red or the microscopic tracts are sent to the lungs, where they unload refuse and reload with oxygen and back to the heart. So pulmonary circulation allows your body to breathe. Sometimes there are fewer red blood cells than normal, a condition which doctors refer to as anemia. It may be as a result of a defect in their production or maturation, or as a result of increasing their destruction, major bleeding, chronic inflammation, or tumors. Problems can arise when there's either too much or too little iron in the blood. When there's too little iron in the blood, red cells cannot mature normally. As a result, the cells will appear smaller and paler. In many cases, treatment with iron corrects this defect. Sometimes the levels of iron may be too high in the blood. This occurs when the damaged red cell ruptures, releasing iron into the system. This progressively leads to poisoning of the body's organs. The poisoning of the heart is particularly serious. Patients suffering from this condition almost always succumb to chronic cardiac insufficiency. Many books will be needed to explain what blood cells do in your body. It's evident that their marvelous complexity, which we have partially described, exalts the wisdom of one who created and designed life.